Okay, we're filming this with the old camera so we can keep it out in the shop here for projects like this. We put some electrical tape on there to take up the slack of this, a little different diameter. We epoxied this in here. This was the small part of the curtain rod that slid in the big one. Okay, and this is the big one. When this is together, it'll be 3 foot long. Now, when I put this together, these have to be in line. Otherwise, your camera would be, you know what I mean? They have to be lined up. And then we still might make a mechanism for the tilt on the camera to adjust it, you know, that way. You will have it adjust that way too, probably. We might make something pretty complicated at the end, but there you go. We're going to epoxy that together. We've already epoxied these in here, brought them all the way up to the end. You can see we're a little bit dribbled out. The old camera, you got to be careful not to get carried away. The new one does do a lot better close-up. But okay, stay tuned and we'll show you how we did, how we figured this out. We want to get this epoxy together and done. The other side has a plastic pushing part way in it. Get this around, so it's kind of helps center it. But we want it to look pretty good. There's just a little bit of difference, in the diameter of the pipe there. So stay tuned. We'll show you what it looks like when we get this glued together, and then we'll show you that, and that might be all for this part of the project. So we can keep these little videos short on this. Okay, we're looking for a pointer. We've got this epoxy. We're just going to do one end at a time. So this is cured before I glue the other end and line it up. Like I said, this has to be lined up with the other end. So when the boom goes up and down and your camera's on there, you know, everything's straight. You don't want it one end twisted. Okay, this is how we did this. This piece screws in the pipe, if you can see that. Okay, we put epoxy on the threads there. We epoxied this into this nut insert thing. Okay, so when we put it down through here, back up a little. When we put it down through here, we'll have this washer up here. Okay, we can get it on there with one hand. Have this washer here, and I left a little gap. I don't know if that'll show up. I left this sticking out a little bit, so when this slides on here, it's not sliding on the pipe, it's sliding on that silver piece that's threaded in. So it spins on there, I should say, spin pivot. Okay, then what we're gonna do here, this had like some tangs and stuff. You can see where I flattened with a hammer in the little groove. This is gonna go down in here, okay? So when the nut comes through, we're gonna put the nut on tight the way we want it, and then we're gonna put some epoxy on there, okay? We're just using on the pipe just the cheap stuff from Harbor Freight. This may be some PC7 on here, okay? Just on the nut and the washer. So this can pivot, okay? And the nut won't come loose. And like I said, this will be going down through the hole. We may snap a picture out so it pivots on there. Maybe I can flip this over. Here, let me pause and I'll give you a better idea. What I mean, how it's gonna spin. Okay, like I said, I got that silver piece sticking out a little bit, so it's touching the washer. Okay, when this is all tight, this will be able to turn. See, don't want to make it stiff. That way you want to swing the camera out of your way, you can just swing it. Because if I tried doing that thing like I showed in the other video with the threads, it's just going to wear the threads out. If you've had one of these lamps, it's probably happened to you. I've epoxied these solid before, so that's my fix so this can turn. It'll be stiff enough. But I wonder if you accidentally bumped it with your hand, the camera would move so you don't knock everything over. So you wonder if you walked into it or something accident, it's going to move. So it'll move pretty easily. So I think you get the idea on that. I think we showed that enough. And I think we'll call it good for this part of the video. The thing's kind of heavy. I do have a disc brake hub I can use to weight this down if this isn't enough. I can put it on something else. I also have a shove a hum off a Chevy hub, did I say hum? Hub, rear brake hub off a Chevy truck that this would probably fit on top of it. I could do whatever. A lot of this is plastic with a concrete in it. Looking over this, whatever this, well, that's the cord thing. But we're gonna call this good on this. I showed enough in this part. Get a glance, you can see what I'm using here for tools, materials. I don't like this handle on my lamp. I'm going to show you this. See, I took that off. See if I can fit it right up in here. I don't really like the handle on this, but it does look cool on the boom. You know, it kind of helps you to adjust it. Because this is heavy. If you loosen that boom up, it will drop down with no weight on the end. Now, with all this pipe, it probably won't. But, so this will be 3 feet long total. This whole piece. So, thanks for watching this part. There won't be too many parts of this video. But I want to show some of the detail in case somebody comes across the lamp like this. So, thanks for watching.